Good morning, guys. Welcome to the start of another week. If you've been following my last couple of weeks, you know I've been having issues that seem to be related to the shunt that we just put into my spine. So I did receive the email today from my neurosurgeon saying, yeah, it looks like you need to come and get that looked at. So I'm just like hurriedly packing up Etsy orders to make sure those get out before we leave, packing my suitcase. Somehow I'm trying to get this video edited and up today. I don't know though. It's kind of chaos, and obviously it's hard to handle this kind of thing when you're already exhausted and don't feel well. We're gonna drive down to Pennsylvania and go to the ER there, and hopefully they can admit me pretty quickly and we can get this figured out. Just glad to be moving forward. Also, I got my new ring splints in the mail today. I don't have the rest of mine on. It's always weird getting used to a new ring splint because you have to change the way you do things, but it feels pretty good. Anyway, I gotta go. Ugh. All I wanna do is like get in my bed and rest, and it's not happening. I am about to ship out probably one of the most beautiful pieces I've ever gotten to make. Just look at this stone. This necklace was like a special order commission. She wanted to give her mom a present, and she wanted it to hit her like at the heart chakra. So I made sure that the length was reasonable and adjustable, but just look at this stone. I never get to work with such beautiful stones. Okay, well, we're in the car on the way to the ER. Just that the ER is 6 hours away.
I hope 6, maybe 8, 10, maybe 8.
Send help, you guys. All right, now we can actually get on the road. Final last minute Etsy orders were sent out. I woke up and my mom was like, yeah, he said to come to the ER, so let's just pack up and go. And I was like, but wait, I still have Etsy orders to pack. So we just spent the last couple hours getting those finished, so that I don't have to come back to that responsibility, and I don't have to worry about how long I'm gone and stuff like that. I still haven't edited the video that's going up supposedly today, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, but this is what the splints look like along with all of the other splints. These top ones keep falling off a little bit, so I'm trying to bend them and get them to be the right size, but there are also options to tether them together so that the top one doesn't fall off as easily, which is what I'll probably end up doing. I just don't have the elastics for it right now. Yeah, no, it feels really weird. I tried to write and like I have totally different handwriting because it really provides so much stability that I didn't even really know that I needed. Well, so far we've made it to New Jersey. Our GPS is a stinking liar. They said it would be 6 hours to the hospital, and it's been 6 hours.
It takes us about 8.5, I don't know why.
So it's been like a really miserable trip. I just need to stand for a second, honestly. My hips are so angry, and I'm just trying to sit so my back isn't touching the chair, and like trying to recline as much as I can because it hurts more when I'm upright. But like it's been rough. So what we're trying now is my mom just got the cushion off of my wheelchair. We're gonna try sitting on that.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, we're just I feel like I should put the camera away. Being awkward in public again. Anyway, let's see how this goes. Oh my gosh. First of all, the struggles of being fused. My bun doesn't fit in the car.
Thank goodness you're not taller.
Oh my goodness, thank God I'm short. This is like significantly better to the point where I'm mad that we didn't think of this before. Like
I'll take
6 hours. Yeah, it's very scenic at like 11 o'clock at night in the middle of New Jersey. Well, actually, I'm sure we could find some pretty interesting things.
We already did.
Yeah, that was a interesting bathroom trip.
I offered Burger King. You wanted gas station.
Let's just say like the walls had a lot to say about the president. And the thing that flushes the toilet was on the floor. So.
You have to pull up the little arm.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna reach into the toilet and I'm gonna pull on the thing. The good news is that I've had 6 hours to play around with my new ring splints. Like with any kind of brace, there's always that like trial period at the beginning where your body's not really used to it and you don't really know how to fit it correctly. So I was playing around with them. It was kind of strange that they didn't like label which ones were for which joints. They just had like 4 in a box. So it took me a little bit of fiddling at the beginning, but now they feel really, really good. I order from the Silver Ring Splint Company, which I think is the best in the business. I think that they're really trustworthy, and I love their splints, and I love that they're a little bit more customizable than some others because you can bend them, which I had to do a lot of to get them to properly fit. Like with these splints here, if you bend them out, they fit tighter and they hold your finger at a bit more of an angle. Then if you kind of squash them, they're a little looser and it gives you a little bit more flexion, or rather extension. Just being able to customize the fit a little bit makes a big difference. Some other brands, I've had friends try them, and the rings that they received, they were properly sized in theory, but when they actually received them, they just didn't hit right, and they unfortunately either didn't bend at all or were a little bit too bendy. They weren't really getting the stability they needed. The plastic ones are kind of the worst of them all. The plastic ones, the Oval 8 splints, I have to say those are great for just trying out before you go and order a bunch of expensive metal ones, just to see if you like that kind of feeling. But they very rarely fit well. They're not comfortable. You can't really customize them. My hand therapist tried melting it a little bit with a heat gun and trying to fit it better, but welcome to Pennsylvania. I don't think you guys can see that sign because it's nighttime. It's gonna be like 1 a.m. by the time we get there, so that'll be great. I am thinking that maybe we'll get to a room just in time for morning rounds, so it looks like I'm not sleeping. Anyway, I'm just lucky to have a doctor, and you know, 8 hours stinks, but it's a lot better than most people can do. So, well, took us 9 hours. We are here at the emergency room. And if you're wondering why we're at the emergency room, my surgeon can't direct admit to the hospital because the hospital is technically full. So the way that they work around that is having patients come directly to ER. Usually they can get his patients in pretty quickly. I'm struggling. Hello you guys, it's Tuesday? Monday? Tuesday. I don't really remember when I checked in with you last. I think maybe that we were just pulling into the ER. So we got here around 2 a.m. and they pretty much had admission orders in for me immediately, but not a bed. So I had some x-rays done, I had a CT scan done. They put me NPO because we weren't sure if we would be doing any procedures today. And of course we had to do like all the med check-ins and blood draws and stuff like that. So I didn't really sleep last night. I'm trying to scrap little bits of sleep here and there. But next it looks like they want to do an MRI. And I'm not quite sure how I'm going to manage it. Right now, I have like the worst headache that I've ever had in my entire life, and the only thing that makes it a little bit better is like lying flat, like on my right side, pushing down on the shunt tubing, and that kind of seems to drain some of this pain out of my head. So I don't really know. At least we finally got a room. We spent over 12 hours in the ER, which wasn't super bad for me. I had a stretcher, but my poor mom only had like a hard plastic chair after driving for 9.5 hours. So she's the real MVP. I don't know if she's over there. I'm happy to be in our own room. They came a few hours ago and said, oh, we have a bed for you on the 3rd floor. It's a shared room with 3 other people. And I was like, okay. So, I don't want to be super high maintenance and like entitled, but I'm allergic to the smell of food. So like, I don't really like room well with people. They were like, okay. And so after a few hours, there was finally a private room that opened up and we grabbed it. I just hope I can get some relief soon. Alright guys, well, I am back from MRI. I asked like 200 times today to make sure that my MRI was totally fine to do without any contrast. And they said, yeah, it's fine. And then I get down there and they're like, okay, so the first half is without contrast, the second half is with contrast. And I was like, and they were also like, yeah, we didn't realize you had so much hardware in your spine, so we're gonna have to use the other machine that does better with metal. And there was like this huge power outage, and even the elevators weren't working, and it's just been a day. It's been a few days. We are finally off to sleep after basically 2 days of no sleep. I don't really know what tomorrow holds. I'm trying to figure out now if I need to stop my feeds because it's about midnight, and I don't know if we're doing any testing or procedures tomorrow. I don't really want that to get in the way like it did last time, where I was going to have a procedure and then they had to push it way back because I had my feeds running. But thank you guys all for being so kind and sweet and understanding. I still haven't even been able to look at the vlog, so sorry. Alright, well, good night, you guys. Good morning, you guys. So, like I think I already told you, I had x-rays done, I had a CT scan, and last night I had an MRI. And I guess, you know, fortunately, unfortunately, they weren't really able to identify the problem with the imaging. I think maybe it would have been different if I were able to use contrast, but it is what it is. So my neurosurgeon came in this morning and said basically the best option right now is to just go in and see what's happening and see if they can find a leak or something like that. And then he wanted to replace some parts of the shunt. He's been playing around with shunts a lot lately for EDS patients, just trying to come up with the ultimate shunt. So I guess I have like version 5, and he's gonna try putting in like version 6 and see if that makes any difference. He said like altogether they ended up having to put in like 11 different pieces. So that would explain to me why I just have like such a giant like lump of stuff in my belly. That's our plan, and the plan is for that to happen sometime later today. So it's kind of just a waiting game until then. It's all good. I got a little bit of sleep last night finally, and then we had some friends who are also in the hospital come and visit and bring like little gifts and stuff just to make sure that I was feeling loved. I'll have to show you my new little sloth. Oh my god. My friend Sydney brought me this little IV pole buddy here. Now I'm just trying to work on getting the vlog up that should have been up like 2 days ago. So I'm hanging in here, hoping the surgery is the answer that I can get home and just move on with my life for a little while. I'm definitely not going to be bending over anytime soon. Christina, why do you just brush your hair in the shower? Don't you know how bad for your hair that is? You should wait until your hair is dry to brush it out. This is why I don't wait until my hair is dry to brush it out. Because then this happens. I definitely had my hair in the same bun for too many days. Curly hair does not react well to being brushed. Hello you guys, I am back in my little nest here in my room, The surgery went well. I'm in quite a lot of pain this time. So basically, he didn't outright find a leak. Doesn't really mean I don't have one or I didn't have one. He found what he calls a micro leak, but he doesn't think that that was causing what I was experiencing. Explained why I was overtraining, and we're kind of just going by the assumption that there was just too much fluid all up in there, and that manifested in my bump. He glued all of my anti-siphon devices together so that it would be harder to flip. He put some stitches into the muscle, which hopefully will keep things more stable and prevent the same issue from reoccurring. So he kind of did a whole lot in there. I think that he changed out most of it. Fingers crossed that this new little fat burrito with this new little Franken shunt is gonna hold up a little bit better than the last. Trish has already taken to calling it my gordita. We won't really know until tomorrow when I get up and start moving. But overall, so far, I can't make any statements about my headache because I'm on pain medication. I am definitely noticing that my vision is clearer and my ear ringing has gone away again, which is wonderful. I feel like I'm thinking more clearly again. Tomorrow, we find out how the gordita works. Yesterday, before surgery, the only way that my shunt would work is if I was lying on my side like this and like pushing down on it. And now I have a whole new shunt. I talked to my neurosurgeon and he said that like 2 of the pieces were partially clogged and 2 of them had flipped, and that there was some kind of maybe micro leak, and that the fluid that was like building up in my abdomen might have kind of been running down the back of the tubing into my back. So that made a lot of sense to both of us. We weren't quite sure how the symptoms all matched up. So let's see if my symptoms are still following those rules. I can feel draining. In a good way, not the horrible dizzy way.
Ta-da!
No instant headache. My ears are instantly ringing. I'm standing. I'm exhausted, but I'm standing. Oh, I already feel a lot better. And I have so much hope that we got it right. I'm hoping we can leave like Friday or Saturday, and I'm really excited about that. I don't know, hopefully I'm not gonna have it clog every month. I don't really know why that happened. I think, you know, he's working on it. So that's the best I can ask for. And in the meantime, it gave me 2 great weeks and 2 kind of weeks. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, so let's say goodbye, but
And take a nap.
Better. Yeah, I've been like falling asleep mid-texting. So yeah, no, I'm gonna take a nap.
Praise the Lord. Okay.
Just wanted to check in, and I'll see you later. I don't know if you can hear me, probably not, because I'm vlogging on my iPhone. You probably can't see me either since it's dark. My mom went out to get some food and meet someone for lunch, but I finally got to sleep after like 10 minutes into it. She just came in with the EKG machine and told me that they've been observing some weird patterns in my heart rate. And I'm just like, well, shoot. So I don't know what to do really, because I'm alone. I know that I have some issues with like tachycardia and bradycardia, like too fast and too slow, and that's pretty well handled. This is different. I think they're noticing some kind of flutter, so I don't know if I should tell my mom what's going on or just let her enjoy her time and try to get back to sleep. It could be nothing, but I guess, you know, they're taking it pretty seriously. The whole neurosurgical team is going to take a look at it and then maybe send it to cardiology. I didn't see that coming. Hello you guys, it is Friday and it is my final night in the hospital, God willing. Tomorrow we plan to make the drive home. My shunt seems to be working marvelously, which we're all excited about. It seems to be working even better than the original one was before. I don't notice like a giant draining when changing positions. It's just very subtle and it feels right. I probably could have gone home yesterday, to be honest, but I'm glad we did spend an extra day because I did get to finally connect with some friends that we had been talking to online for quite a while and never really met in person, which was very special. I think we got a picture of that, so if they're okay with that, we can put that right here. And if you guys are watching, hi! It was so good to finally meet you. I definitely think that it won't be the last time our paths cross. Yes, anyway, going home. I'm so excited because, guys, guess who's gonna be staying with us when I get home? That is right, Bonnie. She's gonna do some sessions with Trish to see what she can get out of physical therapy. It's going to be wonderful and I can't wait. I can't wait to share my room with her. It was definitely a goal of mine to get home and get well so that I could pull this off. Hopefully this new shunt will last a little bit longer than 2 weeks. No promises, still really fiddling with these things. He said it wasn't my fault, and I'm not quite sure if he means that it wasn't my fault that this specific thing happened or that it shouldn't be my fault. I guess it doesn't really matter. He said I will be able to bend over again once I've rested. That's basically it. I'm about to take my night meds because I'm delirious. I even look exhausted. Some of you guys were really sweet in my last video when I was talking about like under eye circles and saying that like I have none. And I would just like to say that this camera has a very, very generous white balance and that it definitely helps to hide some of the dark circles. So let me see if I can white balance it so you can see what it actually looks like. There you go. So yeah, this is what my eyes actually look like in person. Not flattering, I hope you're not watching this in HD. Thank God for white balance. Hello you guys, it is Saturday and I am busting out of this hospital today. Really miss my own bed. I miss my own med schedule and I just miss the peace and quiet. There's just been someone in the room constantly since we got here. And I'm not complaining about like visitors or anything like that. We did have some wonderful, wonderful friends come visit, but mostly just like doctor after nurse after tech after med student, and I am just wiped out. I need to sleep for an entire day. I'm still in a fairly good amount of pain right now, but my back feels probably the best out of everything. It's definitely my belly that's the most sore. It had already been sore from the 3 other times he cut it open this month. I kind of feel like I got like shot in the gut. I can't use my ab muscles very much. Although I think that the worst pain overall is actually the pain through my ribs and sternum. I had a lot of swelling and muscle spasms, so my ribs and sternum are just not really sitting in the places they're supposed to. So it really hurts to take a breath, but I'm gonna try to keep doing that because I hear that's important. For the most part, I think it'll be okay. Yeah, that's where we are. We're just waiting for the discharge orders to come through. My mom's getting all this stuff in the car and we will be home sometime tonight. This new shunt feels so good. It feels better than the last one even. I have no headache. My ears aren't ringing, my vision is back, and I don't have like the same feeling as when I had the other shunt. The other shunt, whenever I would change position even a little bit, I would feel like major draining. And with this one, I feel like it just helps to maintain the correct flow at all times, so there's not that kind of major incident every time I move, which is super nice. It's been cutting down on that like motion sickness feeling that I was telling you guys about. Hello you guys, have you missed having this background? Because I certainly have. That's right, we have arrived at home. and it feels so good. I think this is probably the happiest I've ever been to come home after surgery. I'm not gonna lie, that was a really rough ride home. Like I'm in a lot of pain. You would expect that maybe I would just have like some soreness on my belly where they cut open and just some soreness on my back. But honestly, this surgery is kind of affecting my entire body. Muscles want to tighten up, but also your belly is swelling. Again, I'm fused, and so therefore my rib cage is all very interconnected, and I've just been having the worst time of it. I just have not been able to get a deep breath, and I'm not on any pain meds anymore for the surgery. I'm just on what I usually take, which is tramadol, and that's kind of enough. It's like enough to keep the edge off, but not enough for me to like go do something or drive for 9 hours. But that's all behind us, so we're home now, we're moving forward. I'm going to try to rest. But I did come home to a package, and I was like, oh shoot, like I just like stress shopped again, and I didn't even mean to. I wasn't even gone a week, but it was actually some of the little Ehlers-Danlos Society merchandise pieces that were my prize for winning the awareness contest. So I just have like 2 cute little tank tops and like a black sweatshirt. I want to put them on so bad. They look so comfy, but honestly I don't have it in me. So I guess I'm just gonna be sleeping in what I have on. Probably wear this again tomorrow too, who knows. Sometimes you have to just give yourself a pass to be a mess for a day or two, and that's where I'm at right now. Good night, you guys. It's Sunday, it's our first full day home, and my bed was just as glorious as I had hoped. Everything's pretty great, except that I feel like I'm dying. I'm in a lot of pain, but that's something that kind of happens when you have surgery. So my mom just headed out to the city to pick up Bonnie. She'll be staying with us for a week or so, and my room is a disaster. I'm not even going to show you because it's really a disaster. So somehow we're gonna have to like clean that up before she gets here, because I thought she was coming tomorrow, but then her hotel, whatever. So I somehow have to fit another bed in here, and I can barely fit mine, which is all super frustrating to me because I'm just sitting here and I'm looking at all the things I want to clean, and I can't do any of it because I'm not supposed to move or bend or lift, and that's how I messed up my back in the first place. Sitting here just surveying the chaos. I'm in the brace of shame. Like, you know when they put those dogs in those cones because they don't trust them not to lick their wounds? Yeah, that's kind of my situation right now. I'm wearing like a lumbar sacral brace. It's really simple in the front. It looks a lot like my SI belt, but in the back, it's like this rigid chair piece that goes over your back. It's actually really awesome. It's removable, so you can wear the brace without it. It's a pretty great brace. It actually has this cutout where the spine is, so it doesn't put any pressure on the spine, and it just happens to fit me totally perfectly, so there's nothing pushing on my incision. But I can definitely not bend in this brace, so I'm feeling kind of useless. Also, hey, hi, it's me from the future. I just wanted to give a huge shout out, thank you to Abby. She has been working with me to add closed captions to my videos, which I'm very excited about. I felt really guilty for a very long time as somebody who has an auditory processing disorder and pretty much relies on captions. I was making videos that were uncaptioned. I put a lot of work and time into my videos, and I really don't have the energy to also do the captioning. So Abby has been amazing. She reached out to me. She's been so on top of everything, even when I was like a total mess. And so she has actually finished captioning my last 2 videos, if you want to check that out. And I'm sure, knowing her, she will be working on this one by the time I get it up. So I'm so excited that we're finally gonna have captions, and I'm so excited to be working with somebody who gets it and is really good at what she does. So I'm gonna link all of her information down below if you guys are looking for any kind of services like that. Her information is already also available under the videos that she has captioned. And yeah, I'm so excited to just take that step towards accessibility for everybody. So thanks, Abby. All right, back to whatever I was talking about. So I'm gonna start off here. Thank you for coming along on this crazy week with me. It's been interesting. If you liked this video, you can hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, I make them every week. I try to upload on Mondays, but apparently that doesn't always happen. I will see you guys next week. Goodbye!